Hello, and in this part 1 speaking video, we're going to look at the topic of names. These are the kinds of questions that they might ask you. I've answered a lot of questions in this video. They will probably only ask you 2 or 3, but it's useful to look at a few more of the questions and you will learn some more language that will be useful for this topic and in other topics as well. Remember to use used to. Easy to use but good for grammatical range. Used to plus infinitive. To talk about something that happened repeatedly in the past. Not as much as they used to be. We're often named after. If someone is named after someone, they're called by the same name as another person or thing. So for example, if the man is called William and the grandchild is called William, the grandchild is named after the grandfather. To be dying out. To die out means to no longer exist. To be dying out, to be slowly disappearing, and at some point there will be no more. To be dying out. Are there any traditions about naming babies in your country? Not as much as there used to be. In the past, children were often named after grandparents, but that tradition seems to be dying out now. I guess. When I was an IELTS examiner, I used to ask questions, and often candidates, even good candidates, would start their answer with, I think, I think, I think. It's very boring and it's very simple. Try to use more complex language. I guess, I believe, I reckon, I suppose. I guess. Names that are trendy. If something is trendy, it's fashionable, it's modern. Trendy. To stick to something means to continue to do something, so others stick to traditional names, continue to use traditional names. For generations, we use this to mean a long period of time, for generations. How do people choose names for the next generation? I guess that there are names that are trendy and popular, and these are chosen by some, whereas others stick to traditional names that have been used for generations. I'm not entirely sure. Often in the IELTS speaking test, you need to say, I don't know, because we don't know the answer to every question. I'm not entirely sure. There is a tendency. This usually happens. There is a tendency. Great for writing too. There is a tendency. Relatives, these are people in your family. So your relatives are your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, etc. Relatives. Does your name have any special meaning? I'm not entirely sure, but I was given my name because it was the name of my aunt. There is a tendency in my family to use the names of relatives. Often in IELTS speaking, you are talking about things you like and things you don't like, but try to use more complex language. Loathe. If you loathe something, you hate it. Here, I'm saying I don't loathe it, so I'm saying I don't hate it. I can't stand it. Another way of saying I hate it. I can't stand it. Loathe. To shorten means to make something shorter. So for example, my name is Rebecca and I'm saying I can't stand it when people shorten my name. So they call me Becky. Shorten. Do you like your name? I don't love it, but I don't loathe it either. I can't stand it when people shorten my name though, and that happens far too often. A burning desire. You could use this for other topics about something you really want to do. A burning desire. It's a strong wish. I'm happy enough. This means I'm pretty happy. I'm not unhappy. I'm not extremely happy. I'm happy enough. Out of date. Great word for writing as well as speaking. Old-fashioned. out of date. Would you like to change your name? No, I don't have a burning desire to do this. I'm happy enough with my name. It's not a modern name, but it's not out of date either. As a rule, instead of using simple words like usually, as a rule, no. To take someone's name, this means you get married and you take their name. You start using their name. So if my name was Rebecca Smith and I married somebody with the surname Park, I change my name to Rebecca Park. This is what a lot of people do in the UK, to take someone's name. And your spouse is your husband or wife. It refers to both men and women. Spouse, to take their spouse's name. It's not commonly done, commonly, usually, commonly. Do people in your country ever change their name? As a rule, no. Some people take their spouse's name when they get married, but it is not something that is commonly done. Irritated. If you get irritated, it means you are annoyed, you are angry, irritated. To wind somebody up, this means to annoy somebody. So if you've got a little brother, they probably wind you up. To wind somebody up. What name do people call you at home? My close friends and family use my full name because they know that I get irritated when it is shortened. My little brother sometimes shortens it to wind me up though. Let's do the quiz now, and this will help you to remember these great words and phrases. So how can we say fashionable or modern? Trendy. Trendy. What is another way of saying to hate? Very useful verb for both writing and speaking. To loathe. To loathe. Which phrase means to be slowly disappearing? So I was talking about a tradition and I said it is dying out. To be dying out. How can we say to annoy someone? Little brothers often do this, older sisters might sometimes do this. To wind someone up. To wind someone up. How can we say old-fashioned? Out of date. Out of date. Useful word here to refer to a husband or wife. Spouse. Spouse. How can we say people in your family, your grandparents, aunts, uncles, etc. Very useful for IELTS speaking if you're talking about your family. Relatives. Relatives. How can we say a strong wish? Very useful for talking about travel. Maybe you want to say, I have a burning desire to go to Japan. A burning desire. How can we say annoyed? So if somebody winds you up, you get irritated. Irritated. And finally, how can we say, I hate it when people shorten my name though, in a more complex way. I hate it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it.